I would like to call this workshop meeting to order. Will you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Reed.
Here.
Vice Mayor Woods. Councilmember Tinsley. Councilmember Primarosa.
Here.
Councilmember Middleton.
Here. All right, so thank you very much, ma'am. And I do believe Councilmember Tinsley is on her way, and she'll be here shortly. So before we begin, we are going to ask John Bohm, Assistant to the City Manager, and Kelly Neuschwander, to our Administrative Service Manager, to the podium. And I'm announcing that this is a workshop meeting. Therefore, there will be no public comment, and there will be no action taken by the City Council. And we will now have the presentation of the Resident Opinion Survey results by John, and happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Mayor. All right, yeah, just a second. Yep. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. For the record, my name is John Bohm, Assistant to the City Manager. Thank you for being here early with us this evening and for the opportunity to present the 2023 Resident Opinion Survey.
Please let the record reflect that Councilmember Tinsley arrived at 5:01. Thank you.
The city conducts a resident opinion survey every 3 years to receive valuable feedback from our residents about the perceived effectiveness of the services provided and to help us determine the priorities for our city. This year's survey was a substantial shift from previous surveys for a few reasons. The first being we used a different survey company than we've used in the past. The city hired ETC Institute to conduct the survey on our behalf and compile the results. This company is one of the leading survey companies in the country, and we valued their innovative approach to provide us with the most effective resident feedback as possible. Working with ETC Institute, staff reworked our survey approach by collaborating with department heads to identify what the most important and useful feedback from residents is. The survey was condensed into 24 questions that took respondents approximately 10 minutes to complete. Previous surveys were closer to 50 questions and would take respondents anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, relying heavily on phone calls, whereas the new approach solicited feedback through email, mail, and text message to better reach respondents and to boost response rates. Staff feels this new approach significantly improved the quality of the survey results and helped us target the feedback that's most important to the city. ETC Institute equally distributed the survey by breaking the city up into 4 quadrants to balance responses from residents from all areas of the city. The survey was sent to approximately 3,000 households in April via mail, email, and text message, and concluded with the collection of 512 responses in May. The overall results of 512 responses is statistically significant with a precision of at least plus or minus 4.3% at the 95% level of confidence, which basically means the sample of 512 responses is large enough to accurately represent the opinions and priorities of our 62,000 residents. Our Public Media Relations Department did a great job of proactively pushing out information on the city website and city social media channels to notify residents they may be receiving the survey and to emphasize how important their feedback was. The survey report is posted on the city's website, and we've included the page numbers of the report on the bottom right-hand side of our PowerPoint slides if the council or if any members of the public would like to follow along with the report. Now that we've provided some of the background on the survey, we would like to highlight some of the most important findings for the public. It was interesting to note that 96% of respondents would definitely recommend living in Palm Beach Gardens. This question reflects overall how satisfied our residents are living in this city. We asked residents how important each of the items listed here were in their decision to live in Palm Beach Gardens, with dark blue representing extremely satisfied and red representing dissatisfaction. According to the survey, low crime, shopping, restaurants, and community amenities, and physical beauty were the top 3 reasons people decided to live in Palm Beach Gardens. As a follow-up to the previous question, we asked residents what their top 3 reasons were to remain living in Palm Beach Gardens, with dark blue representing their top choice, light blue representing their second choice, and gray representing their third choice. Respondents told us that low crime, shopping, restaurants and community amenities, and physical beauty were also their top 3 reasons to remain living in Palm Beach Gardens. The survey found that residents are overall very happy with the quality of services and programs provided by the city, with a cumulative 98% positive response rate to this question. Now, this is a good question to highlight the answer choice neutral that you'll see for a few of the questions throughout the survey. ETC Institute's official definition of neutral is that it is seen by them as a passing grade. Basically, the program or service served its intended purpose. That'll be important to keep in mind as we see that answer choice for a few of the questions throughout the rest of the survey. It was interesting that the survey found that the majority of residents want the city to provide more services and amenities than what is currently provided. In particular, residents want to see the city provide more pedestrian-friendly streets, greenways, and paths, host more large community events, and host additional cultural events. We asked residents to rate their satisfaction with some of the major service areas provided by the city, with dark blue representing very satisfied and red representing dissatisfaction. The survey showed that residents are tremendously satisfied with the level of service provided by the departments or overall city activities shown on the chart here, with each of these diverse areas receiving ratings above the 90% threshold. Survey respondents who participated in the recreation program, services, and amenities within the past 6 months were asked to rate their level of satisfaction, with dark blue representing very satisfied and red representing dissatisfaction. Residents were overwhelmingly pleased with the level of service provided by the programs and services shown on the chart here from our recreation department. And it's pretty amazing to see such positive response across the board when considering we asked residents for feedback on such a wide range of services that are offered from our recreation department. We're pleased to see that the survey showed our residents are very happy overall with the level of customer service provided by city employees, as made evident by the 98% positive response rate to this question. Next, I'm going to turn over the presentation to my associate, Kelly Neuenschwander, to walk you through the remainder of the survey.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. For the record, my name is Kelly Neuenschwander, the Administrative Service Manager. The next few questions focused on the city's communication efforts. The majority of residents feel that our communication efforts are effective, with a 90% of positive responses. Please note that dark blue represents their top choice, light blue represents the second choice, and gray represents their third choice. As shown on the chart, the most preferred way of residents receiving information is through our Signature City magazine, email, mail, city website, and social media. With the chart presented, I would like to point out that dark blue represents very satisfied and dark red represents dissatisfied. The feedback from the survey respondents showed that our residents rated high satisfaction with each of the major growth and development items in the city. On the chart shown, dark blue represents the residents' top choice and light blue represents their second choice. The survey indicated that streetscapes, restaurants and entertainment options, and art in public places are the top-rated items residents want to see more of in the city. Residents were asked to rate the importance of the mobility initiatives within the city, with dark blue representing extremely important and dark red representing not important. It was interesting that the survey found residents rated pedestrian and bicycle safety as their top priorities for the city to allocate funds to provide mobility enhancements. The survey shows that most residents feel satisfied with the overall value they receive for the portion of their property taxes that fund city operations, with 92% of positive responses and very few negative responses. The next question asked residents to rate their level of support for some of the major upcoming initiatives being considered in the next 5 years, with dark blue representing very supportive and dark red representing not supportive. The survey found there is a significant support for increasing pedestrian safety, adding new amenities to city parks, and large parks provided for major attractions. With dark blue representing their top choice, light blue representing the second choice, and gray representing their third choice, residents also ranked increasing pedestrian safety, adding new amenities to city parks, and large parks for providing major attractions as being the most important to them among the major initiatives being considered in the next 5 years. This will conclude the resident feedback portion of the survey. The next few slides will cover the demographic information provided by the respondents. These questions are included by the survey company to ensure the survey fairly represents our diverse population. The survey responses were entirely confidential, and the city received a compiled report of completed surveys. Additionally, ETC Institute equally distributed the survey by breaking the city up into 4 quadrants to balance responses from residents from all of the areas of the city. The initial question in the survey asked if respondents are full-time residents. Staff was surprised to discover that 95% of the survey respondents considered themselves to be full-time residents in the city of Palm Beach Gardens. Question 20. It showed we received a nice balance of responses from both new and long-term residents as displayed on the chart here. The next question showed a wide range of age groups that provided their opinion on various topics in the survey. This range of responses was encouraging that the city received helpful feedback from all resident groups. Additionally, 85% of the respondents own their home while 15% rent in Palm Beach Gardens as shown on the chart. This final slide of our presentation provides benchmarking for how our residents rated the services the city provides in comparison to the average ratings for other cities who have hired ETC Institute within the state of Florida and throughout the country. I would like to bring to your attention the dark blue bar indicates Palm Beach Gardens, the light blue bar indicates the state of Florida, and the gray bar indicates the United States. It's worth noting ETC Institute has administered surveys in more than 1,000 cities and counties across the United States in the last 5 years alone. So this chart is a great illustration of how satisfied our residents are with the effectiveness of the services provided by the City of Palm Beach Gardens compared to other cities in the state and across the country. And this concludes our presentation.
Thank you very much. On behalf of our council, I would give you a highly satisfactory grade on that. Thank you. And all of this can be found on our city website, correct? All right, with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.